Hey guys, I wanted to sit down with you a moment, kind of recap my practice. The 2 days I was out on the water pre-fishing for the first stop of the BFL for the South Carolina Division on Lake Murray. Got out there on Thursday and done a little pre-fishing. I'd been told that they were having a pretty good crankbait bite, so I got out there and started throwing the rattle trap, which is a good little springtime bait. And then also I was throwing the bevy shad. Imitates the bait fish really well. And then also you can get it down a right good depth, and the bait suspends pretty well. That was two of my baits I came in thinking really good on. And I've been hearing reports that the fish were out towards the mouth of the creek, so I really focused Thursday on my efforts of fishing a lot of the mouths of the creeks. Did a little bit down the lake, did a little bit up the lake, trying to see what I had, and also I was throwing the Classic Lures HH14 jig in green pumpkin with the big bite double tail 5-inch grub on it around the docks. Didn't get a whole lot of bites on my first day up there on Thursday. Ended up managing to catch one off the jig, but didn't really have a whole heck of a lot going. Did have a bite on the rattle trap, but I just didn't really feel very comfortable with what I was doing. We had a south wind going, so the second day I came back, went out there, bared down, and managed to figure out what was happening. Found some of the fish going towards the backs of the creeks, and the water level was up, so you were actually seeing fish down the lake where I was at fishing, really shallow. The fish were actually migrating, going to the back of the creeks, getting ready to go ahead and spawn. On Thursday, whenever I got up there, the water temperature topped out about 50 to 51 degrees where I was at, and whenever I went down the lake on Friday to finish up my last day of pre-fishing before the tournament, ended up getting down there and found all the fish going into the backs of the creeks and into the feeder creeks, that they were back there feeding on all the bait from that south wind that was blowing all the bait into the creeks. So ended up getting down there, caught a couple on the rattle trap, and I had a lot chasing my jig. Didn't really have none commit to it and really eat it. So they would tear the legs basically off the back of my jig. So I ended up going to a little 4.5-inch squirrel tail worm. And I fished it on a lightweight Carolina rig. I would drag this through the ditches and pick up fish that way. So instead of going from one bite on Thursday to 19 bites on Friday, I believe I figured out something very well that would help me out during my tournament.